Well, it's bigger than I thought it would be. Bet that's the first time you've heard that before.
Hey, listen!
Alright, what's up guys? Aggro here, and this is going to be a bit of a different video because we splurged and we got a new chair. So I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing video as well as giving my impressions of the chair and the difficulties that I went through purchasing it, because there were some difficulties for sure. But let's get this somewhere that I can build it a little bit easier, and it's going to be a hassle. Legs don't fail me now. Up the stairs we go. Alright, so this is the office space that the chair is going to take up. And it's a pretty narrow entryway to get in here because of my display stands here behind me. And this isn't exactly the widest of doorways, maybe a 30-inch doorway. I had a hard time just getting this chair out of there. And I'm guessing that my Ewin chair is going to be even wider, so this will be fun to see if I can even build it out here in the hallway where I have room and somehow get it back in here. Pay no attention to my old Marvel promo material from when I worked for Red Baron. Black Widow's seen better days. This is like the first Avengers movie promo. But this Walmart special $115 chair, about 4-ish years ago maybe, it's seen some better days. It's definitely got like all the pleather falling off of it. The cushion has been like non-existent for a while. I've been using this chair cushion on it for at least 2 years now. You can tell which arm I favor. This is very basic. I said it was about $115 Walmart online. The arms just go up and down, and the chair just goes up and down. There's no tilt functionality or anything. It's going to go downstairs for the family to use down at the desk down there. But this is going to be fun to open and unbox. I'm going to try to get my webcam positioned in like the office doorway to see if we can record the unboxing and maybe even a time lapse of the building. And hopefully that'll work. Otherwise, I may be trying to install OBS on my laptop and seeing how that works out. But let's see. Okay, I've got OBS installed on the laptop now because I just couldn't get the desktop webcam to reach well enough. Let's see how well this records, though, as we take this apart and unbox it. This thing is absolutely massive. I could easily fit both of my kids in this box, probably. Oh, and these are very tough straps. So pretty good for the packaging so far. These were not accidentally breaking, that's for sure. Let's get this box open. Of course, like the professional I am, the first thing I did was cut towards myself. You'd think you'd learn after having stitches before. Okay, so we've got a quick start guide kind of on the front here. Proof load drop test, up to 500-pound weight dropped onto the center of the seat. So you can just plop down on this thing, no problem. Got a bunch of different stats on there. We've got a big cover. Ewin, America's #1 heavy-duty gaming chair brand. Oh, that's our instructions, I guess? Wow. They really wanted to make sure you could see these, huh? These are massive. Okay. Well, we're going to set that aside. What else do we got in the box here? I've got Ewin Access. I have no idea what this is. Access kit. Toss that aside. Let's see. We've got heavy duty gaming chair brand, user manual. I'm assuming everything I need is on that big, gigantic one. Magnet safety information, and it's just a bunch of other languages. Yeah, this is just your basic safety, important, yada yada. Nothing important there that I need right now. Let's see. We got some good foam. Toss that aside. Okay, let's get to the meat and the potatoes here. We've got, ooh, this thing is, holy cow, really in there. We got the back. Big old back. Set that there. We've got our headrest pillow, magnet, right there, sticks right to the, even in the bag, sticks right there. Cool, love to see it. We've got what I believe is the lower lumbar pillow. More foam. Here is our legs. Let's set that over here. More foam. They definitely packed the heck out of this thing. Oh, guys, here you go. They give you the white glove treatment. You can wear the nice fancy gloves while you're putting it together. Should we do that just for the lulz? Okay. It's here. What do we got in this box? This is our accessory box contents. So this looks like we have our tops of the armrests, we have the wheels, we have, what says what's on here? Let's see, Allen key, Allen screws, hydraulic piston sleeves. So a lot of the hardware in that box there. Oh, here's the big old base. This thing's pretty weighty too. Sure, the instructions will tell me how to attach that thing. I'm assuming that's what screws to the bottom of your seat. That thing's got some weight to it. More foam here. And last but not least, they give you a snack. No, don't eat the silica gel. All right. So I wanted to see if I can get the little cautionary thing in the camera here on this box. This is kind of hilarious. Don't sit on the edge of the seat. Okay. Don't lay down and use it as a weight bench, because somebody apparently did that at some point in time. Don't have another person sitting in your lap. That sounds uncomfortable. Two-player gaming, not like this. Don't store your battle sword on the chair, apparently. No surfing allowed. Nope, this is not a surfboard. And, we can't go racing in our chair. I'm sure somebody somewhere on YouTube has put a lawnmower engine on a chair before. But apparently they don't condone it. I did want to really quick get the old chair over here so I can compare the size of these seats. Yeah, this one dwarfs that seat. It's about the same width. It's slightly wider, but my God, is it longer. It's a good 6 to 9 inches longer in the front than that one is. All right, let's start building this. So the instructions start off by having you take out the 4 pre-installed screws out of the side of the chair, 2 on each side. And then you're supposed to line one side with the brackets on the side of the base, and then take those pre-installed screws and screw them in. I had a real hard time getting them to line up and then getting them to fully sink in there. I had one screw started going in sideways. So this part definitely a bit of a hassle. Once I got them in there all the way, it was fine, but I had to keep really trying to like clamp the bracket on the bottom part of the chair to the side of the top piece to get it to go down right. And then you had to install these little side cover, the little protective plastic covers. The instructions really didn't cover it very well. It's kind of hard to see in the picture, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. You just had to figure out which screws in the box were the right ones to use on it. Now, step 5 on the instructions, I don't know what's up with that step. I think it may be written for a different model because it doesn't seem to apply to anything on this chair. And then I had to figure out how to flip this chair over to get this base on, and I was having a real hard time getting the chair to lean back to get it flipped over. So you kind of gotta like put it upright and then kneel on the chair and then pull the handle and then put your weight in the back of the chair to get it to recline in order to flip it over right. And then lining up the base here was pretty easy. Start with the top screws, just so you have the weight holding the thing up, and then get all the 4 screws in. No biggie. And then you install the piston and throw the wheels on. 2 more quick things. The instructions don't tell you how to install the armrest covers, but they're pretty self-explanatory because they only go on one way and they're magnetic. And also, when it came to putting the wheels on the chair, I found it a lot easier to position the chair sideways to push the wheels in, because trying to do it while I was laying flat on the ground just wasn't working for me. Okay, and just like that, the chair is all done and put together. Very nice looking chair here, I must admit. It was a real pain to get it in the doorway, though. I had to kind of get one arm through the doorway and then turn the whole chair sideways and bring it in that way. It does not like 30-inch doorways, so keep that in mind if you're building one of these chairs and trying to get into a very small space. It doesn't cooperate very well. So, complaints. Like I said in the video, or in the time lapse, it was really hard to get the base brackets to line up with the upper part of the chair to screw them in. You kind of had to like forcibly compress them together and then try to get them to screw together. It was just a little bit of a pain. Once you got one in and got it started to thread where it held it together, you were good. And then I remembered halfway through doing the one side that I had to leave it halfway loose so that I could line up the other side, so I had to go back and untighten them. But all in all, other than like one screw started cross-threading slightly and I caught it and immediately backed it out and realigned it up again, that was fine. The instructions also didn't tell you how to put the little levers on the bottoms, but that's, again, pretty self-explanatory once you looked at it. So we got down. I have to get off of the chair to bring it back up. Now, one issue I'm having with the lower lumbar pillow is anytime I change my position or I get up from the chair, it falls over. I know the version, I believe the version of the chair that Prowl has, it's attached by some kind of like a rope system that goes behind the chair. This doesn't seem to have that. So it's just a little annoying if I'm using the lumbar pillow, is every time I get up, the thing flops down and I have to pick it back up. The magnet up here is really nice for this, and you can position it in any different position. This chair is made for people that are a lot taller than me. I'm only 5'9", and this chair goes up to, I think, a 7-foot height. So I've got the magnet really low, so it's actually hitting me in my neck. I don't know if I'll keep using the head cushion and the back pillow. The back pillow, I think, would be a really nice thing to use when I'm having back pain issues. But I think normally, just normal sitting here, I probably don't need it. And I can sit a little further back of the chair too. What else? The armrests, I had some weird thing with the armrests when I first was playing with them. One was going to a different height than the other one. I don't know why. As soon as I pressed the inner buttons and like started playing with the tilt and the slide back and forth, it seemed to fix itself. So probably a null problem. There's 3 different ways you can adjust it. Well, 3 different levers to adjust the arms. You got the inner ones here. me see if I can lower this camera a little bit more so you guys can see. These inner ones here let you slide them in and out. These ones here, like that, and forward and backward. I've got mine positioned all the way forward so that it's like I got the chair set with the perfect height of my desktop so that it just lines up with my keyboard and my mouse. What else? What else? What else? It's definitely a very sturdy chair. I've been sitting in it the whole time. I've been editing all the clips from the earlier part of this video so that I can get some time in the chair while doing that so that I can feel. I mean, it's sturdy, it's comfortable. I have no complaints there. Now, the one complaint I do have, and the customer service did make things right with this, but here's the complaint. All right, so I initially ordered a completely different chair. I initially ordered the Calling Series chair, which I'll put it up on the screen here. This one was a $350 chair, and I used Prowl's discount code, which, if you guys don't know, and I was going to leave this in the description and everything. Prowl has a discount code. Code is just Prowl, and it gets you 25% off chairs at Ewin. So that was why I had decided to look into this, because he speaks very highly of it. He's been in his chair for many years, perfectly comfortable still for him. And as you could see from my old chair, I was definitely in the market to get a new one. So all the features that this chair had looked like this was going to be a good chair for me. And I got an email from their customer service a little while later telling me that that chair was unfortunately out of stock. And they were giving me the option to upgrade to the chair I have, which this is their top of the line chair. This is a, I think, $550 chair. Okay, so switch scenes here. So now the chair that they put me in was this chair, the $550 chair. It's the Flash XL. The chairs I had ordered was the Champion series. Was it Champion? Let's see. Hello. Calling series. Sorry, it was the Calling series. And these ones were $350 chairs. Now, the issue I have is they emailed me saying it was out of stock, and I asked them, well, I had ordered the orange one. And I asked them, well, what about the lime green? Because that was another color I liked. And the guy replied back saying, unfortunately, they are completely out of stock of that entire series of chairs. So I'm like, why was I able to order this if you're completely out of stock of these? And Prowl was on stream at the time, so I was explaining to him the issue I was having with them. As I ended up getting this chair with tax and the discount, I paid $286 and some change out the door. Free shipping, and I was cool with that price. Now they came back to me with that $550 chair saying they can give me that for only a $100 upcharge instead of like the $200 it would have cost me. So I'm like, I really didn't want to spend more money on the chair. And here's my issue, is these chairs are all still saying they're in stock. And you can still add all of these to your cart right now. Prowl told me he reached out to his Ewin contact, and they told him that this line of chairs was discontinued. Like, they weren't making the Calling series anymore. And they were supposed to fix the website where people can't order these. But this is now a week later, and you could still order these chairs online. So they need to figure out what's going on with this. Because they have a whole bunch of different lines of chairs. They've got the Champion series, which is the ones that Prowl has. This is the Flash XL was like their top of the line. I really didn't want to pay the extra $100. But basically the options they were giving me was that, or I'm guessing I would have just gotten a refund for my chair. So I bit the bullet and just got it anyway. That, and it didn't really come in colors that I wanted. It only had like 3 color options for that chair. This one, I liked that I had like 10 different color options. So, yeah. And one more thing as well. I'm going to pull up an email. So I got this email not long after ordering the chair. This says it was 8 days ago in my inbox. And they're advertising the Calling series in a blast email out to customers. If this line is supposedly discontinued, why are they still promoting it in blast emails? Why is it still listed on their website as being in stock? That's my only gripe, is if that series is actually discontinued, like Prowl's contact told him, it should be off the website. It should be listed as not able to be ordered. Because one of the other chairs I had looked at, it was this one right here. This is what I first looked at, was the Champion Series, the line that Prowl has. And I wanted orange, and it was sold out. So I was like, I didn't really, looking at the other colors, I'm like, I really wanted the orange chair, and that was why I went to the Calling series, because they had an orange option. So, I don't know. They obviously have the ability to mark things as sold out on the site, so they need to fix the Calling series chairs. If those are not available or whatever, they need to be marked as not available online so people can't run into the same problem I have, where you feel like you're forced into an upcharge that you didn't want to pay for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had the money to get it, so I did that night. I did decide to go ahead and pay the extra $100 to get this chair. So I ended up paying $107 with tax, so just under $400 for this chair with Prowl's discount code, with the promo that they threw me. So I mean, got a good deal. I can't argue with that. But just the way it was handled, I mean, they did everything they could. Just the technical aspect, if this thing isn't available, it shouldn't be able to be ordered online. So yeah, that's where we're sitting with this. So far, though, I've been in this chair for a couple hours now. It is very comfortable. I am not hurting at all. I gotta tweak the height a little bit because my feet are barely touching the ground with this thing right now. Oh, one more gripe I have. I don't think I touched on this. So you got the lever on your right-hand side that adjusts the tilt front and backwards. Normally with chairs like this, I'm used to, you pull the handle and the chair is going to spring forward, and then you lean back and it's going to lean back. When I pull the handle, the chair doesn't come back. I have to reach back and pull the chair back. So I don't know if there's something wrong with that mechanism. I've never had a chair do that. It's a slight inconvenience, because I'm typically, like, if I want to lean back like this. Oh, and one thing too, the handle has to fall back down in place. It usually does that pretty good, but sometimes it doesn't. If you like set the angle you want and then rock the back ever so slightly, it'll jostle it and the handle will snap in place. But got a pretty good recline here. Not bad. But now if I want to bring it back, I pull the handle up. Chair's not coming back to me at all. I have to reach my hand back here and pull the chair forward. So I don't know if that's by design or what, but slight inconvenience. But I think that's going to be about it for this. Again, this is not sponsored. I'm not that lucky or anything. Just got a good chair and wanted to share it with everybody. Prowl is sponsored though, so everyone use Prowl's coupon code Prowl, PROWL, 25% off on ewinracing.com. That's about all I have to say for this one, guys. So hopefully this is the start of me getting back to content. I've been itching to get it done, get back into making videos and streaming. Life just needs to catch up with me. So we'll catch you all next time. My name is Agro, and I gotta skate. Later.
Stay a while and listen.
Goodbye.